Well, my speech today is The Cabin. It's 5 to 7 minutes long. It is my requirement for the vocal variety competent communicator speech number 6. Gosh darn it, Johnny! Until I was in high school, my friends thought my name was Gosh darn it, Johnny, and I'm sure you can figure out the real version of that. My grandfather was a retired colonel in the military, and he was sure that he could make me a much better person and move me away from the complete screw-up to only a partial screw-up by lots of direct personal instruction. And the moment that I started getting a lot of direct personal instruction on a day-to-day basis was when I was 14 and spent the summer building our family summer cabin with him and a retired carpenter and my uncle and dad on the weekends when they could come up. And I was getting direct personal instruction on a daily basis, several times a day. It would have been great if only on a daily basis. So my friends thought that my name was Gosh darn Johnny until I was in high school. And I graduated, marched across the stage, and they discovered my real name. As I was thinking about speech number 6, vocal variety, that's something I really need to work on. That's been a consistent comment in my feedback from the other speeches that I've given. Too monotone, not speaking to the back of the room. And I thought vocal variety really starts with listening, because you need to have something to talk about to have vocal variety, and something to talk about comes from listening. So this last weekend, when my family and I were up at that very same cabin for a week, I started paying attention to some of the sounds. One of the first sounds I heard was my wife going, "Ah!" when she slid back some window covers when we were opening up the cabin, and a bat flew out. The cover and landed on the deck. We have a bat house that is just about from there to there, and yeah, about this wide on the side of the cabin. We've counted as many as 165 bats, 165 coming out of there in the evening at certain times of the summer. And they are terrific because they eat mosquitoes by the thousands. I can't remember the exact statistic for each bat, but it's an amazing number of mosquitoes that an average bat can eat in an evening. Something like 1,000 or something like that. So 165 bats working on our behalf to clear out the mosquitoes is really a terrific service, and we appreciate that. But occasionally the bats will fly behind this window cover and stay there. And of course, we're opening up the cabin in full light, and all of a sudden, the poor little thing is bang right there. It flew down to the deck, landed on the deck, stayed there for about 10 minutes. We thought, of course, we didn't touch it. We thought it was seriously injured. Unfortunately, it was just stunned and flew away, and hopefully we'll be eating mosquitoes on our behalf until it leaves for Mexico. That's where the bats live in the winter. Some of the other sounds I heard, the wind in the trees, just wonderful. The cabin is on a hilltop, so you hear the wind in the trees. Particularly in the morning. What we've discovered over the course of almost 40 years now is that if the wind blows in the morning, you're generally going to have good weather. If the wind does not blow, you've got whatever you've got. And so one of the other sounds we heard the morning we left is rain on the tin roof. Lots of rain on the tin roof, which was great because it was very dry up there. So that was very handy to have some rain leaving. Absolutely no wind, which means that if we had been there all day, it would have been a great day to be inside and reading and enjoying the lack of driving. Other sounds that I heard during our week: "Dad, come quick, hurry!" My son, we had taken 4 of us fly fishing. My son's a very good fly fisherman. Actually there's 5 of us, I miscounted. My wife and 2 friends who have never fished before, so we had set them up with very simple rods called Tenkara rods, which only have basically a rod and a line. So you have flip the fly back and forth. It's much easier to manage. But my son had caught a very good fish, very, very large fish for the size of the stream we were at. We were at Cottonwood Creek in the Teton National Park. And he needed me to come help him net that so he could take a photo of it right in front of the Grand Teton. It would have been absolutely perfect. But I got there too late because I was way upstream helping somebody else. And by the time we got there, the fish was very tired. You could tell the fish was tired. It was just, lethargic, and we had to get it back in the moving water quickly. So he missed that photo. And the photo op would have been this very nice fish and him with the Grand Teton in the background. And he said, "Oh, you have cost me likes like crazy." And what he was referring to, of course, is likes on Facebook. He could have put this photo on Facebook and got a whole bunch of likes, and that would have made his weekend in spades. But maybe one of the best sounds of the weekend was when we brought the kitchen table out onto the deck and had 9 people around the table, including my other son from New York, who lives in New York City now, and his girlfriend who had traveled out for the week. And one of our guests turned to me and said, "John, this is as good as it gets. You've got family around the table, a wonderful evening, no mosquitoes thanks to the bat. We're all enjoying dinner, and it was just that sound of peace and contentment." Thank you.